Yo, what's going on? Mike from Mike Talk Sports. After a very intriguing year last year, Cam Thomas has absolutely bursted onto the scene for the Brooklyn Nets this season, playing incredible in the first 3 games. So in today's video, we're going to be diving into Cam Thomas in order to determine what is Cam Thomas's potential and how good is he right now. In the first 3 games of the season for the Brooklyn Nets, he scored over 30 points in every single game, and overall in 29 minutes per game this season, he's put up an astounding 33 points per game on 62.5% from the field, which is insane. 33% from 3, which even puts it into a crazier perspective considering he's shooting 71% from the 2 this year. Now, obviously, these are statistics that cannot be kept up throughout an entire season and really throughout a 20-game stretch. Nonetheless, this has been very impressive from Cam Thomas. Not only this, but he's been playing very good defense to start the year. Coach Vaughn really praised him after the Dallas Mavericks game for being extremely active on the defensive side, especially against Kyrie Irving, as Kyrie Irving only put up 17 points in 34 minutes against the Nets. In my opinion, the difference between a 12-point per game scorer and a 20-point per game scorer in the NBA, and the difference between an 18-point per game scorer and a 30-point per game scorer really is not the physical skill set. It's not necessarily their technical ability. It really is the tenacity and the mindset. And make no mistake about it, guys, Cam Thomas has the mindset to be a high 20-point per game scorer in his career. Last season, Cam Thomas became the youngest player in the history of the NBA to put up 40 points in 3 straight games, and this was capped off by an insane all-time great performance, scoring 47 points insanely efficiently. Now, if last season in some of the games he had last season and the beginning of this season is too small of a sample size to begin to believe that Cam Thomas is going to be a year in and year out one of the best scorers from the perimeter in the entire league, I completely get that, guys, but let me tell you guys why Cam Thomas his entire life has been absolutely balling out, and he absolutely undeniably has the mindset to become a high point per game scorer in the NBA. Cam Thomas was a notorious scorer on the middle school basketball scene. Yes, middle school, and this caused him to be good enough to get recruited by the most notorious academy in the history of high school basketball, and I'm of course talking about Oak Hill Academy. Out of every single guy that has been to Oak Hill Academy, including Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony, Rajon Rondo, Josh Smith, Jerry Stackhouse, Ty Lawson, Steven Jackson, Brandon Jennings, Keldon Johnson, Harry Giles, and I can name so many more NBA players and just notoriously great scorers at the college or the NBA level. Out of every single player who has ever come out of the program, you guys guessed it, Cam Thomas is the all-time leading scorer at Oak Hill Academy. To be the all-time leading scorer in Oak Hill Academy is genuinely one of the best amateur career basketball achievements you can possibly have, especially on the high school circuit. His freshman year was highly anticipated by many at LSU, and he absolutely did not disappoint, especially in the scoring department. Cam Thomas became the first freshman in the history of SEC basketball since 1989 to lead that SEC in scoring after putting up 23 points per game on 46% from the 2-point range. So by the time his freshman year at LSU was over, he was notorious for being an incredible scorer, of course, at the high school circuit and in college. The reason he fell to the 27th pick in the NBA draft is because he gained a reputation for being a bit one-dimensional. At this point, he really has not shown off an ability to be a good passer. Not only this, but somewhat struggled at times at LSU on the defensive end, although he did show flashes of being a good defender with that good physical profile he does have at 6'4", 210 pounds. The reason he really fell in the NBA draft is because he had this reputation in college of being a very one-dimensional player. He really has not shown in college or even at the NBA level yet of being a high-level passer. But honestly, if you are as good of a scorer as Cam Thomas, it's really not even that big of a deal. And he's even flashed the potential of being a really good, competent three-point shooter. Not only is he really good from the free throw line, and not only is he good from mid-range, but he also shot 38% last year from 3 on over 2 attempts per game. First and foremost, I do think Cam Thomas needs to develop a bit of a passing game in order to be a great player on a great team. The thing about Cam Thomas is I honestly think his floor is a very good player on a bad team. I can really see him in his career folding out as a player who's averaging 25, 26, 27 points per game on the 10th, 11th seed on a team because of his lack of a passing ability. But if Cam Thomas continues to improve upon his three-point scoring game, he's going to be absolutely unstoppable in the pick and roll. He's just incredibly aggressive attacking the basket. Again, he's deadly in the pick and roll, relentless off the ball as well. Something I loved reading about his scouting profile coming into the NBA draft, as people were saying, scouts were saying he's JJ Redick-esque off the ball, and that really complements him once he starts playing with better players. So I really do have faith in Cam Thomas's ability to be a second fiddle to a really good player in the NBA. Again, guys, I don't think Cam Thomas is one of those players that necessarily always needs the ball in his hand. We see time and time again players like that fail in the NBA, but I really don't think this is the case with Cam Thomas, as he's a good off-ball mover who can shoot the three and again can cut to the basket and consistently attack the basket. Something I also love about his game, he has a phenomenal floater that consistently allows him to finish over guys who are 7 feet tall in the NBA. It's a rare trait to have this as a guard in the NBA. So to answer the question of the video, what is Cam Thomas's potential? Guys, Cam Thomas has all-star written all over him. He just has too long of a history of being such a tenacious scorer and having the correct mindset in order to be an incredible scorer at the NBA level for me to believe Cam Thomas's career will be nothing short of at least a few all-star appearances in a few seasons, averaging over 20 points per game. I know that is such significant expectations put on a very young player and an unproven player at that. But again, Cam Thomas absolutely has the correct mindset to be a great scorer. All he needs is to increase his assist ability and overall increase his playmaking ability for his teammates. Then the Nets will have to play him a significant amount. He really will become undeniable in that aspect. And I already believe the Nets believe Cam Thomas is undeniable and needs to play at least 30 points per game. So again, if I had to officially predict, Cam Thomas is going to be an all-star caliber guard. Thanks for watching today's video of Mike Talk Sports. Let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on Cam Thomas? And do you agree with my opinion that Cam Thomas absolutely has the mindset to be a future year in and year out 20 point per game scorer? If you enjoyed today's video, smack that like and hit subscribe.